My name is Dr. Jane Goldberg. Welcome to my show, Musings from 20th Street. I am a psychoanalyst. I am the owner of La Casa de Spa, and we are here today to do the 13th session of my Really Real Reality TV group therapy. I wanted to begin by talking about a little session that I had today with a couple that came in. They're thinking about getting married. They want to get married. They spent the whole holidays with her family in Philadelphia. And at the end of it, she said to her boyfriend, perhaps one day fiancé, and even more perhaps one day her husband, "You're just like my father." So he took offense at that because the father has some kind of social awkwardness, and he didn't really like being likened to her father. As a psychoanalyst and in the theory of psychoanalysis, of course, we would see that as a kind of classical statement of transference, that you bring to your present-day relationships conflicts that arise from your past relationships, most notably from your mother and your father. So I think that today's session is going to be important in terms of understanding transference because there's something a little unusual about today's session, and I think it's going to play prominently in the discussion as we go along, and that is that there are some people that had been here that are not here, and then there's some people that had not been here that are here. So I think there's going to be some feelings, and the feelings are going to be talked about, hopefully, in terms of separation and abandonment and absence and loss and perhaps even intrusion of new people and strangers, and so all of what it means to come together and to go apart, and how one experiences that may be at times related to how they experience those issues in their early life. So, for instance, someone may say, "Where is blah blah?" and "Oh my God, I'm so glad she's here." Or "Where is so and so?" "Oh God, I can't believe she's abandoned me." So there are going to be a lot of different feeling sets, and the feeling set that one chooses, albeit unconsciously, is largely dependent on how that was experienced in early life. So here we are today, group welcome, for our 13th episode. And where do we want to go?
Oh, I have so many places to go right now. It's been a while since I've been here. A couple of us in the group, yes, we have noticed a bunch of new members. And when I joined on to sign up for this, I thought it was going to be a reality show cast, which is basically the same people every single week. And I feel at this point I should make a tape of all my issues, so whenever a new person comes in, we could just play everybody's tapes of everybody's issues, so all the new people don't have to keep asking the same questions that all the other new people keep asking, because we're not progressing. So should
Adrian, for instance, feel guilty about being here?
I don't understand the concept of the show.
No, it has nothing to do with Adrian. There's no concept
understand.
anymore
There's
to me.
no
I'm
flow.
completely confused.
There's no flow.
I'm confused with the show.
It's like we're not solving anything. I remember the question that was asked weeks ago was, do I think I'm incurable? We never answered that question because we went on to the next thing.
But let him speak just for a second. I just want to, because you haven't been vocal. Speak. What was it you wanted to say?
Well, I completely agree with her. I just feel like there's no flow. At the beginning, there was some kind of bond, and you call it a family. Well, sure, families grow, but this is a little ridiculous, and especially for a reality show when we're supposed to be bonding and getting to know each other, blah, 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 and then it just changes completely. So I don't feel invested anymore.
Yeah.
Like I'm
safe?
feeling completely...
No.
I don't think it has anything to do with any of my background.
Right.
I just think that it's poorly organized.
Yeah.
Poorly organized.
Yeah.
So that sounds like there's some fault or blame to be had. Is it my fault?
I don't know. If you're calling the shots, then I don't know.
Well, I think we're all responsible for what happens. If we have a democratic sense of things and allow for everybody to speak. Like Barbara, I think the last time we met, we spent a lot of time working on maybe you being a little bit more of a listener. And I'm disappointed that you jumped in to be the first one to speak.
Why?
Well,
Well,
no,
because-
Paul, this is
because
about a
you
completely
touched
This is
different
on
thing.
Wait,
This
Paul,
isn't about that.
You're off the tangent.
You're
No, I'm
off.
not.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you
completely
are.
No,
You
because-
are. Our issues. And
Because
this is-
they
Dr.
wanted to-
Jane gave us the opportunity to see
Paul.
what would
Paul.
Has
arise,
nothing to
and
do
you
with it.
jumped in
Paul,
right
can
away.
I interrupt, please? Because
Nothing.
Kay also, we were talking about this before we even came into the studio. Every week there are too many new people. We lose old people.
No.
It has nothing to do with
There's
the
just
fact I
not a
was
flow.
abandoned
I
as
don't
a
feel
kid.
like I feel the flow is gone,
No.
and then I
Flow.
feel less
think the
Flow.
less
That
involved
was a
in-
major part of the issue. It wasn't only the absence that I'm brand new here, but
Right.
it wasn't the only thing that I heard discussed. What you're saying was the absence of past or coming of new people.
But we
Flow.
discussed issues, and we become like a family.
I
and,
think-
we become like a family, and it's very, very difficult. And with no
Become like a family, you said?
disrespect to
Yes,
you.
we've shared issues
That- well,
that are very personal. with
Paul,
each other.
Yeah.
and Jane says it all the time that we're a family. We need to be
Yeah.
one, and it's very difficult with
it's
no,
disconcerting.
to you guys. I mean,
It's nothing
has nothing to do
personal
with
to
you.
you guys.
Well,
It really
do you
isn't.
think that maybe in a city where everything is can be very transient in New York
well,
City?
yeah,
you know,
but this is
people's
what I
homes,
signed
it's
up for.
all-
It's different again.
But
It's
this
a
is
TV
very
show. No.
this is very reflective of reality in life. People do come
Well-
and go.
It's not
they
a
die,
reality
they live,
show.
they are in your life. New people you can embrace, learn something. Welcome,
It's a
new
re-
people.
Yeah,
But it's a
welcome.
reality show where you vote
I'm
people off.
Kay, and you are Molly.
You
I
don't bring
just
new
feel like
people
it's
on. You
not
vote
what I
people
really
off,
signed
maybe.
up for, and I don't feel well today at all. But I was invested enough to come,
Yes.
thinking I was going to be with the same
Same
group
people.
of people, talk about the same issues, and maybe go different and move ahead.
Yeah.
But now it's completely.
But you
it's
got new
blown
issues
apart.
now. Maybe he has a new
You know
issue
what?
now.
I'm not interested, and I'm sorry,
yeah,
but I'm not.
Yeah,
So
I agree with you.
I can't remember whether I mentioned this in a prior group or not. I think that the most painful stage that the child goes through, did I talk
Yes,
about this?
yes,
The
but
loss of the
do it again,
omnipotent
'cause it's
mother.
true.
The loss
Of the omnipotent mother. So in the beginning, the mother is everything. The mother controls the
man, I don't
world
wanna get into
for
it
the
now.
child. Are you talking over me?
No, I'm just saying. Now we're getting into kind
Should
of.
I stop talking and let you
No.
talk?
Do whatever you want, Jane. We're very
Well,
confused.
I
here.
would like to say what I wanted to say, and I'd like to be able to say it without, hearing you mumbling under your breath, because it's distracting. The loss of the omnipotent mother is when you suddenly realize that the person that you've counted on for everything is not all powerful. So I got really bad news for you. I don't control whether people show up or not.
Well, that's not necessarily true.
Yeah. You've
You
interviewed all these
control
people.
these new people.
No.
You didn't?
How did they
I
get
don't
in the
didn't
group?
control
interview them?
How did they
anything.
get in the group?
didn't
though?
interview
You
them?
invited them into the group.
I
right?
can interview 1,000 people. It doesn't mean
But you
that.
asked them to come.
You asked them to come to the group.
And then they make a decision.
Well, I know, but I
to-
don't think that was part of it. I didn't think everything was going evolving like this through the whole.
You never told us that
Jane, I
every
don't
week
think-
there were going to be brand new people.
I don't think
and
you can
That's
paint
they-
that
the
black
issue,
or white.
Jane. It's
You
very
do
simple.
control it,
It's
don't
very
control it.
simple. That's the
issue.
issue.
It's very disconcerting when you're doing a
That's the
business
issue.
thing.
So am I doing something that is causing people to leave the group?
I think you might. If there
I
are
think
three
you might,
people that are
'cause I'm
not here
thinking
because
about
they're
it.
very
So, yeah.
Okay, so what am I
discombobulated.
doing that's causing people to
Because
leave?
We
of the
just
fact,
said it.
we just said it. It's very clear. I mean, we've all gotten used to each other for better or worse.
And I
We've
literally
shared
keep
some
calling his
intimate
family,
things.
and
So,
that's, we can't,
so
we can't
what
be
can
one.
I do?
Speaking
Quit
Keep
marrying
the
new
same
people.
people in the group.
Well,
Don't
if I
be
if I
people.
didn't have new, we have 3 new people. If I didn't have new people, would
There'd
be
no,
would
yeah.
be
I
six
understand
Well,
that,
so
but,
be
did-
it.
but don't they RSVP? I mean,
5
we
people.
do.
Well,
We
We
I
commit.
don't
RSVP.
think anybody
We
can
RSVP
speak
and we
of
commit.
this with
Do
the
the
whole
other people commit
total
RSVP
black
and they
white.
just blow you off, or what?
Yeah. Did they
Yes
call
or
you?
no
Tell you?
idea.
I told you
All
when
those
I wasn't
people. Do
coming.
they just blow you off? Tell
Well-
you they're coming and then blow you off?
well.
Excuse me, I don't
Suppose
think
that's the
that's
case.
the issue.
Paul, yes, it is the
wanna
issue.
hear
Just
what Jane
shut the
has to
fuck up
say.
for a minute.
Suppose it's the case that I do not have the power to get people to be here.
Right.
That everybody comes on their own steam.
Right.
If they want to be here, they're here, and if they don't want to be here for whatever reason, they're not.
Okay.
I think
I'm
it's
just
just
of a
more
committed
accurate
dude,
to
and I
say
just, you
that,
know, I just
Jane,
felt
that you
we
don't
needed to do
have
this.
complete control. You do have some control. To paint it black and white, you do control or don't control, is inaccurate. You have, I think, some influence, and other people respond, according to their past and their present.
Well,
Well,
if
let's-
I've done anything in the group to get people to leave the group, I would certainly want to know that, because it is not what I want.
Right.
What I want and what everybody agreed to
Right.
when we signed the agreement when we
Commit
made
to
made,
what
Exactly.
made the
you're doing.
verbal contract was that everybody would be here for the 16
Right.
weeks of the show.
Exactly.
So if I'm doing something to scare people off or to shoo people away,
Yeah.
I
or-
think a lot of it is because we take so long in between some of them,
Yes.
and there's a big gap. And then when we come, then there's new people or there's whatever. I would rather see 4 of the original ones than new ones come in.
Exactly.
To be honest
But
with you.
can't you take it? Well, first of all, there's somebody here who's had many more years of experience in this
I
kind
don't know.
of
You're a
setting
huge
than
kiss
us.
ass, Kay.
Yeah,
so,
you do.
know.
You do, Kay. You kiss a lot of
Okay,
ass.
can I
You do.
finish? There's
well, I
somebody-
don't really mind somebody getting all this flack. It's really okay with me if somebody has a positive feeling toward me.
Well, and we're just saying though that,
And I'm not
that when
saying
you
I
do a
don't, but
reality
I'm just saying I'm
show,
very
you use the same
I'm
people.
confused.
You use the same
I'm
Well,
confused with
I
that.
think you're confused because you have an expectation
Sure.
that is
But it was kind of
greater
written.
than my
It was
ability
written in.
But it
to
was kind of
deliver.
written in, though. But it was
the
kind
way
of
you
written in.
described it, we're doing a
It was written
reality
in.
show with a certain number of
And
people.
and so since it's my show or my group, let's say,
It's like a group
when
anyway.
people don't come up, might I have some feelings, the same feelings that you have? I mean, I presented what four shows ago, I think. I said I came in with a dream, and I
Right.
said my dream was
like that.
that
That was-
I'm enraged with everyone.
Right.
Why? Your interpretation was I don't know that it was precognitive or something. It was a strange. Your interpretation was that it was anxiety. Anxiety is, according to Freud, anxiety is a defense against aggression. So the primary feeling, always, the primary drive is aggression. So I was really pissed at you guys.
Okay.
Why am I pissed at you guys? Well, I'm pissed at everybody that's not here, but I'm
Sure.
really happy about the people that are here.
But what's going to happen in
Okay.
Monday? Are they going to be like?
I would
another-
like to be
I
happy.
can't
I mean,
tell
I
you.
really would, but it
But
just,
this is disconcerting to like
Yes,
us.
of course it
like
is.
us, because
But I don't have the power to control it. So all you're left with is your feelings. I'm sorry.
All right.
well, again,
The
we,
best you
Tough
can do
kitty.
is have your feelings and talk about them,
Okay.
whatever they
I would
are.
rather see 4 of the originals than,
So would
than
I.
only people.
Me too. But guess
you?
what?
Would you?
I can't get them.
Well, no, but there
Because
are
I-
4 originals here. Though.
yeah,
There are 5
1, 2,
originals.
3, 4.
And now there are 3 new people. There are 5 original
Are
people
you
there.
not comprehending? I do not have the power to get them back.
So
no,
they're not
I'm
coming
not talking
back.
about
Are
that.
they not
I'm talking
coming
about
back?
getting new people. This is fine that there are 5 people.
Oh,
there.
you'd rather kill off the new
Yes.
people. Sorry, didn't
Not
get
kill
that.
off.
Okay, so we've got 3 people we could murder. Should we
No,
do
no, no.
that?
See, you're-
Molly,
No,
should
you're misinterpreting.
Jane, you're really not listening to
misinterpreting.
me.
You're
That's
not
interesting.
listening to
You're
me.
No,
not
I am
listening to me.
listening.
'Cause we
I'm
all
listening
agree.
to the meaning from your unconscious. And when you say what you just said, it is murderous to these 3 people, whether you know it and whether they
fine,
even
but
feel
I didn't
it.
know they were going to be here. Fine. I'm sorry
It's
that I'm
just every
murdering you.
week.
No, no, it's
There are new
fine.
people.
I just want
So
it.
why don't
I
we
want
make
it
them
said what
feel
it is.
welcome?
Okay.
I want to see murderous feelings activated because we have them,
Well-
which we've been talking about from the get-go.
I just would like to see our little family stay our little family. If it gets
Yeah.
bigger and the new one, the same ones come back, great. But if they
There's
don't,
no
then they
concept-
So
don't.
Continuity.
who has siblings?
I have siblings. I never talk to them.
Who has younger siblings?
I do.
Do you have any memory of when that younger sibling came? You wanted to kill it.
I know, but babe,
But-
this
but
isn't
this
what
is not-
this
this
is
isn't-
not
yes,
what
it
it was
is.
supposed
This
to
is
be.
exactly what it's
We have triplets.
It's a reality
Me and
show.
Jane had triplets this week.
But I think you have to say too, you wanted a minimum number of people to keep the group active the way she wanted it to be,
Mhm.
so that when people drop out, then what do? You know?
But do we know that they've definitely dropped out? Do they sign a
All
thing
we
and
know
say,
is that
"We're
they're not
gone"?
here.
Did they
Okay.
call
I mean, that's what you
But
know.
do they call like we
call
do
you
and,
like
and
we do?
confirm and
People
everything?
do different things.
Okay.
Jane, have they called you, these people?
That's what we want to know.
just-
Is there
I know from some people, and I don't know from some people.
Yeah.
Everybody's
And that's a
different.
response.
What do you mean? Have they
That's a
contacted you, the
responsible.
people who haven't shown up?
Well, you're saying they as though they is one person. I'm telling you that there is
3
different
people are missing.
people do
different-
Any
different
of them?
things.
And have any of them?
Yes,
All right.
So
Are they
there's
coming
been
back?
some communication.
yeah. Some from some.
Right.
But
All
not
right,
from
so
everybody.
The people
Yes.
that drop out, I understand you have to replace them because for whatever reason they don't want to continue with the commitment they supposedly said that they would make.
I don't have to replace them. We could
Right.
be a smaller group.
What do you think one of the reasons might be somebody might drop out?
Good question.
A
Because
lot
I've
of
been
reasons.
a college professor
Hostility.
of psychology, and I know,
Lana,
and I've
for
run
one.
groups, and I know that if I let one person dominate, it will contaminate the morale of the entire classroom of 40 people, same as in the group. And we've spent a lot of time, Barbara, and especially the last
I wasn't
couple
here a
of,
couple
yeah, you
of
were
weeks.
the last
But it was
time
where
we
was
were here.
Barbara
No,
for
you
half
were
an
here.
hour? I
And we
wasn't
were
here
working on
for
you
these
to
shows.
sort of settle down and be more of a listener. And it'd be nice if you exhibited that behavior.
I'm listening to him, and
So,
I don't think
Paul-
what you're saying
Right.
has anything to do with
Paul,
what we're talking
should I
about
be
anyway.
more controlling of Barbara so that she doesn't dominate us?
Well, you were very gentle and nice last time, and you did a wonderful thing with Carol. And I thought I had talked about having a therapeutic community, and I thought for the first time we had a therapeutic almost family because it was working.
So what do you think about this, Paul? What do you
You
think
like
about new
it?
people
Like,
coming
'cause he
in?
was a new person.
Yeah, don't say anything. Don't welcome them because then he'll call you a kiss ass.
What's that?
Well, you
Don't
can
welcome
in
the
this
new
case.
people because then you're a kiss ass.
Okay, that's
No,
not a reason
we
I
should be
call it.
welcoming
that is
people
a reason.
instead
No,
of
it's not.
bitching
You don't
about
want
it.
to give anybody
No,
credit.
it's
This
not.
woman happens to have a PhD and
Of
years of
course I give her
experience
credit. I
in
wouldn't
this
be
matter.
here. Yeah.
Because I would like
I
that
wouldn't
to
be
take.
here.
Excuse me, because I want to take that professionalism into my experience.
Okay, I wouldn't be
doesn't
here if I
make me
didn't
a
think
kiss
that.
ass.
I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here if I didn't
So
admire
then you better
her.
get
I
off
wouldn't
your
be here.
high horse, respect the
I'm
decision,
off my
and live
horse,
with
sweetie.
it.
I wouldn't be here if I didn't respect her.
So, Adrian, are you feeling like the best thing for you to do is to flee for the hills?
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling everything out. I see the tension in the communication. It's definitely interesting. I do understand some points of view that they may have on both negative and positive sides. It may be good to have new people who have new ideas, different
Yes.
from what you're used to. Is also, I mean, they're
And that's fine. It's just not what we thought was going to happen.
Exactly, that was
That's
not
all.
the show
That's
we
all,
thought.
Jane.
You said
It
a
is so
reality
simple.
show
It is so simple.
with the
Dee.
same people.
I don't feel like I really badly need a welcome, but I'd like it. And if I don't get any welcome, I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy. I feel like I'm glad to have a public therapy group. Thank God. I'm against basically privacy. I mean,
Really?
everybody needs privacy in some situations because
Why do you,
Oh,
why do you want a
good
public
shit.
therapy?
What-
All right,
isn't it?
There-
This is
Walter,
going to be televised,
what are
right?
your
No, but why-
expectations?
But what's your
Expectation.
Same issues.
But what's your thought about why you want that? I've never heard
Well,
that
I was going into
before.
that about the idea of privacy. Like, I think ultimately everybody on the planet, the whole big world, really wants to be known by one another. But we were taught, shh and hide early, both by overt teaching and by example. And it's really natural that we really love each other in a lot of ways. It's just our nature that we, and it's not so much in the religious spiritual sense, but it has a spiritual aspect, and it's very physical.
Okay, so I
Okay.
understand that
Thank
you didn't feel personally slighted by their not
Didn't mean that at all.
by not
nothing
welcoming
personal.
I welcomed them.
you as a new person. These people,
Okay.
these two people. But I want to know if Molly felt any. Did you feel like? What'd you feel?
No, go ahead. Finish your sentence.
Well, did you feel that it was? Did you take it personally?
Oh no, because I've been watching the show, so
Right.
I know so much more about you guys than you know about me.
Sure.
And I also had wanted to start the group back when it had started, but my work schedule conflicted. So when they said there was a gap, I knew that there was going to be a bit of
Okay.
reaction, shall we say?
Molly, can you tell us what you hope to get out of the group? How the group could be a good thing for you?
Well, I think that the group is all about the individual and less about the group. And so it's like, if you're worried about who's here and who's not, then that's an issue, but secondary to what you can really get out of the group, no matter how many people are here.
Right, it's secondary, you said.
Well, it's not quantity.
It's not quantity, yeah.
I'd like to clarify something because I know, and I know some of the people here for a couple of months now,
Yeah.
and I think the issue is that it was only going to be a 16-week commitment, and so for those 16 weeks, it felt at first that we were layering some
Exactly.
information about each other, gathering some knowledge, learning, kind of feeling their pain, kind of learning things about each other. And when we had a new person once in a while, it was okay. This time it just happened to be, I was excited to come back after the holidays. It's been 3 weeks since we've seen each other. So to see half the group gone was sad to me. I was looking forward to seeing them. And to see half the group, all new people, was like, oh my God, you know, it's like, okay, it wasn't what I expected.
Right.
And it's not that, you know, you shouldn't take it personally, what they're saying. You know, like, I'm sure it isn't meant in a personal way. It's
not at
just,
all.
I understand where they're coming from. We felt like we were growing, and some of us, me being one of them, is slower to maybe open up or divulge personal stuff. And some of them have some very tender personal stuff that they've shared. And I think with just a few weeks remaining, maybe it's harder to get the strength to like start over and share some of that stuff.
Well put.
There's no way.
So I understand why they're frustrated, but welcome anyway.
God, I feel like I need to write a book or something because it's like 3 times. I've had to
It's
Don't.
funny,
repeat
you always
myself.
do this thing where
Don't.
you understand. Like, it was a good picture of how you guys are feeling. I get
It
it.
was.
I
Excellent.
get it too. I prefer to take this as an opportunity. This is what life is about. People come and go in your life all the time. People disappear. Friends stand you up. This is only can be reflective of that to this kind of degree.
I
So I
understand.
tend to look at it as an opportunity.
But as a project,
Yes, it's irresponsible.
as
I
a
wanna
project, it sort of
That's
falls
part
apart.
of it.
Sure.
It
Don't-
is reflective of life. How can we be a little insular little group and never have any outsiders come and bother us?
Well, but that's what
You
her
know?
groups are about. She
Yeah.
has groups that the same people come every week,
And
correct?
that they come every week, right?
Every single week. You
Do
have
I hear
groups.
do I hear you
People
saying that either way there are going to
Consistency,
be benefits?
That's what it's about.
Yes.
That's what I believe
yeah,
too.
I think it's a good opportunity.
I have to say I have had that experience of being with a group of people for a while, and the same experience I hear
I've had it too,
you two
yeah.
talking about. New people come in, and old people are gone, and I feel like some bond that I had that really allowed me a place to communicate with from my heart, from my feelings,
Sure.
has been broken some, and it's like there's a feeling of missing.
Right. which in group therapy, I find as soon as you get those feelings, it's like the perfect opportunity to explore them. It's a perfect time to get over them. It's a perfect time to go from, oh, I hate Barbara to, geez, I have nice feelings towards Barbara now. It's the perfect time to, you've got to grasp that. And you've got to, like, go for it. And, vocalize as much as you can about
Sure.
how awful it is. And then find a way to make it a positive.
Yeah, and there was an episode when I wasn't even here, and I'm watching this on the screen. I wanted to break the computer screen, which is the Where's Barbara show. That was from Lana. Oh, well, yeah, she's not here because she's looking to get an agent to get her own show. I've been in this business for 10 years, and I still haven't gotten my own goddamn show. This isn't going to do it for me, okay? Let's get real on that, okay?
Excuse
And
me,
for a half an hour, though, I was the center of discussion, and I wasn't even in the room,
you
okay?
make yourself the center of attention.
Oh, please,
And you
Paul.
destroy the morale of the group because
Oh,
you
Paul,
talk.
kiss my ass, okay?
I don't
Because
wanna
you're
kiss
so
your
full of
ass,
shit.
okay?
You are. I wonder why you're divorced
I
4
don't want-
times. You're divorced 4 times because
Paul,
you don't know how to deal with women.
You're not a listener.
With all
And
due-
it's-
And neither are you.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Paul, with
Because-
all due respect, I
Please.
have to object to that a bit.
Thank you.
It's she may have some influence that takes it in that direction, but it's still up to the responder to respond according to what their experience is.
Okay.
No,
I like the guy.
people don't have to let themselves be destroyed.
I want to share with the group that
See?
my experience of all the sessions was that the last half hour we had the last time was the high point of intimacy and listening and caring, and it was a wonderful group. And so that was really a highlight because I had some doubts about the coming the second time because I'm just sharing my feelings because Kay I thought was very intense and saying to me, I want a commitment. Are you going to commit to the group? And I felt, put upon. And then there was some transference and anger. But I think the last time we met was a high point of a therapeutic, family kind of caring way, and I'd like to continue on that level, and that involves listening to one another, and it does not involve one or two people dominating. Is from my frame of reference.
Sure.
That's exactly how you
I
felt,
agree.
Why did I dominate
But
when I wasn't even here?
But Paul,
What?
how with these brand new people and all set of issues, there's
Right.
half of them totally new. How are we gonna? We're just gonna have to like back
Dee,
up and
to
start
be
all over.
quite
Yeah, we
frank
start
with
all
you,
over
can I
again.
answer?
No, you don't do that in life, do you?
Yeah.
This-
Sometimes you do.
I want to.
It's a mixed bag.
wanna
It's a mixed bag.
answer-
Sometimes
Yeah.
you're going to have to
Sometimes you do.
back
Yeah.
down and give someone a
Right.
chance.
Right.
And
He doesn't know my
this
issues
has
or
been
your
something
issues.
that's neglected. I see it in a lot of people, a lot of groups, in any kind of group. Competition. There somehow does need to be competition at times, like a couple of people speaking at once. We
Right.
can't have it all drawn where everybody's speaking one at a time. Now,
It's
there's some
boring, for
groups
one
that design it like that, and there's some benefit to that. But I like it when it's a mixed bag, when we're sure to give one person a space where we feel that they need it. And then at times, if a couple of people are competing about something, wanting to be heard, some of that is natural.
Yeah, I'm trying to answer
I would
Dee's
love
question.
that,
Dee, I think about you and everybody in this group during the week.
Yeah,
And one of the things I think where some people are hiding behind who's missing and who isn't here. And one of the things that I think about you is, what about this 7-year relationship you mentioned? I mean, I'd like to know more about that.
Okay, I'm going to
And
jump
Probably
in.
next time.
That'll take a 7
Thank you.
7
Interesting.
hours.
Jumping
I
would
want
too.
I want to tell you that I watched both of my parents die, and my father died first. And I've seen parents of friends where one parent dies and then the other
Yeah.
goes on and remarries. But my mother, there was no question my mother was not going to remarry. And my mother died a couple of years after my father died, and my mother had cured herself of terminal cancer. She did holistic health and nutrition, and the doctor said, "Oh my God, I've never seen this happen before." She had bone cancer in her pelvic bone, and the doctor said, "I don't understand where the cancer had eaten away the bone. It's filled in now. It's normal." She went from being in a wheelchair to playing tennis. But there was no question when my father died, she was not going to find another mate. And she decided to go with him. It took her a couple of years, but
Broken
that
heart.
So we have some deaths here. And we can decide to remarry the new people that are available, or we can decide to stay alone and just be with the death of
But you know what
those
I think it
and
is,
long
Jane?
and mourn for those that we loved and not have new life.
That's a very
Amen.
nice.
But remember,
change.
mourning is a process, but the beginning and an end. It may take a long time, but if one goes through it, there's healing too.
Yes,
I'm
thank you.
still going
So
through
we're
the
we're
morning.
we're out of time.
geez.
Thank you for having so many feelings about our multiple deaths and multiple triple birth.
I'm not ready to give up.